Heej Alahupa. Donation goes to Reader's Choice. And now put that towards the Mirror's Edge Catalyst Easter egg run. Thank you, Anonymous. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. $50 from Alakazam3000, who says, been watching GDQs for years now. First donation of this SGDQ. Putting half towards the Metroid Fusion 0% run, because I didn't know that was a thing, and half to the Mirror's Edge Catalyst hidden Easter eggs. $5 from Cool Kid, who says, I love you, Ribkilla, from Sweden. Thanks, Cool Kid. All right. And looks like we're ready to go with Super Monkey Ball Deluxe by Jcool114. Take it away. And, ready?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go on go.
Load in here.
Yeah.
Just all right, we're good.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, this is Super Monkey Ball Deluxe for the original Xbox. It is, there we go. So this game is a combination of the first two games on the GameCube you might have played when you were younger. They put them both together and added a bunch of new stages as well. So this run's going to be featuring 300 stages. That's right, we'll be playing all 300. We're going to be doing all levels, because that's what you guys donated for. So we're going to be playing all 300 levels today. So we'll be taking the blue goals on every stage so that we can make sure we don't end up skipping any. And there we go.
Nice.
We ended up meeting the incentive goal on that in the first day, so people really wanted to see extra Monkey Ball.
All right, and you might notice here, at the beginning of every stage here, I'm boosting to the side, and the levels with those walls, I'm rolling against them back and forth like that. That is because it builds up speed, makes you go quicker. And the boosting at the start, it's called frame boosting. It saves a few frames, so I guess that's why it's called that. We're going to be doing a jump here. And jumps like that are possible because we can build a lot of speed by bouncing off the walls on a lot of these stages here. So, yeah, the main mechanic of this game is basically you got the ball and you're just going to roll around the stages and try to get them as quick as possible. There's no really other gimmick. The only other control we use besides just the joystick to move the ball is, you'll see later on, we'll be using pause strats. And pause strats have a different uses. I'll kind of explain when we get there. There's not a whole lot to start the run out here. So once again, we're getting the blue goal there. There's a green goal hidden under that platform, which you can get to by pressing the play button, but we're not going to be getting that today. So, yeah, these are still Super Monkey Ball 2 stages. We're coming up pretty quick on some Deluxe exclusives. If you've only ever played the ones on the GameCube, you've probably never seen these stages coming up here, so you're ready for that. And of course, bonus stages, if you didn't already know, they're some of the most fun ones in the game. We're going to be jumping off. Pretty good. It's pretty good. And all right, here we go. Here's our first set of exclusive stages here. Fun fact, the exclusive stages were originally supposed to be part of Super Monkey Ball 3, which was a canceled video game back in 2004. And I guess the stages that they had left over from the development of that game, they ended up just kind of putting those into this game, and then Deluxe came to be the next year, so. All right. I was trying to go for a clip there. Clips and stuff like that, bouncing off of edges and corners, you see that in a lot of stages. They can be pretty inconsistent. They're pretty tough, but like I said, there's no jump button in this game. The A button, all it does is change the size of the mini-map, so. Yet, funny enough, we're going to be seeing a lot of different jumps throughout this run. And yeah, just kind of abusing the mechanics to pull off a lot of tricks that otherwise wouldn't be possible. So, like right here, we're going to be rolling over here to the side, bouncing off of this wall, and skipping the entire stage.
Nailed it.
Nice.
There we go. Stage after this one we're coming up, we're going to be getting to our first pause strat. Now, pause strats in this game, how they work is you want to like pause at a specific time on the timer, holding just any sort of direction. Like we're going to be holding up right here until... Okay, we missed it, but I'll go for it anyway. Okay, let's just go the normal way. Let's take it easy here. Basically, I was trying to hit a .78 there on the clock, and if I do, if you hold up left after that, you get a setup to kind of let yourself bounce onto the wall and skip the whole stage. Now, you'll see a lot of those different setups on a lot of these stages coming up, so. And there's another type of pausing where you're just kind of rapid pausing just for the sake of making reaction times a little bit easier. You'll see it on like more precise and difficult levels, such as where I'm trying to go across like a really small path or something like that. But yeah, this is beginner, so some of these stages aren't too interesting. We're just going to be trying to beat them as quick as possible.
You were telling me that if you pause and then hit the cancel button and then pause again, you can advance it just one frame at a time.
Yeah, that is.
So that's a strategy.
There we go.
Okay,
doing. That's a tough one. Yeah, a lot of those pause strats and stuff, some of them are frame perfect, so there's a technique you use to try to get frame perfect pause buffers using the B button to cancel out the menu and then start again on the very next frame. So it's pretty tough. All right.
Kobe.
Oh, man. You'll be seeing a lot of jumps like that, so they're pretty good. They're pretty good. And this game, surprisingly, it has a very simple like idea of how to play the game. You know, you just roll the ball around, but it's really, really difficult to master. It's easy to get into, difficult to master. It's one of those kind of games, kind of like Mario a little bit. But yeah, we're just rolling through, beating some of these the intended way.
For some of the giant jumps, like they look almost insane to a casual player, but as a speedrunner, those are most likely some of the easiest levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially ones that traverse an entire stage usually have pretty good setups.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for the developers who probably spend months on these levels and expect a really elaborate way to play through it, and then they just jump over half the stage.
Nice.
Yeah, just like that.
All right. This is a really hard one. Okay. They call this level Tub for some reason. There's no tub in sight, but I think they switched it with a name. One of the stages we played earlier called Rising Inclines, and that level was just a giant tub, so they probably just swapped them on accident.
On Ultimate, there'll be a lot of just like little developmental things that you wonder exactly what happened with it.
All right.
Like certain levels there are certain levels where the goalpost doesn't match the texture of the level, because certain goalposts match the background and some are just mismatched.
Yeah, the development of this game was really, really rushed. Like, it plays really well, but there's some visual things that they just, like, I guess didn't fix. Like, they just kind of messed up trying to, like, retexture stuff, make it all fit in place properly when they put the whole game together. Since this is pretty much a port, it's the game plays exactly like the second one. They just kind of threw in all the levels from the first one and all the new levels and just put them all together into one big jam-packed monkey ball experience. And we're trying to get a 10-second cycle save right here if we can get it. Ooh, that was
a nice grind.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. Ooh, time bonus.
Time bonus.
If you finish the stage with more than half of the remaining time, you get a double score. Not that the score matters too much, but... All right. It's kind of the same deal with bananas. They increase your score. They also give you extra lives, but as you can probably notice, the lives aren't really going to be a problem this run. We have quite a few of them. And these are some more exclusive stages here, these next set of 10. For some reason, they added a lot of maze stages. You know, I mean, they're just kind of boring, but
Yeah, for Monkey Ball 3, it was mostly trying to make them a lot longer stages.
Nice. You just gotta wait at a specific spot there, and the stage just kind of finishes itself for you. It's pretty cool. Yeah, they did kind of go for the really big level design for the Monkey Ball Deluxe exclusives.
I think it's a good thing that Monkey Ball 3 didn't get made if they were all going to be like this, because the fun in Monkey Ball is just all rapid fire. You know, if you die, you just, you know, restart it right away. So a game of all maze levels wouldn't have been very fun.
All right. Okay, good. Sometimes you can just run over that edge and not get a bounce at all. So luckily that didn't happen. All right, coming up on this next stage here is it's gonna blow your mind. This is insane. We're gonna be that wall way out there in the distance. We're gonna be using that.
Can you say hello? Nice.
Ooh, okay, there we go. Yeah. For some reason, some of the walls and stuff in the background are solid, and that's the only one in the run that's actually can be useful. So if it wasn't in this world, we wouldn't be able to do that. So it's pretty cool. And these are seesaws here, by the way, if you didn't know.
Nope.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Nice. All right, this is a really tough stage. I don't know whose idea it was to stick this one to beginner, because I don't know any beginner that could do this. I gotta like pause buffer my way through it. This is to kind of make the reaction time a lot easier to deal with. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, it's good. All right.
Yeah, the pause buffering lets you change your inputs not in real time, but frame by frame if you want, so it really helps with those thin ledges.
And that is beginner right there. We'll be going on to the extra stages. Every single difficulty in this game has a set of extra levels you get to if you beat the difficulty without using a continue. It's gonna ask us to save here, but we just mash through it. And yeah, we play on those, and how Ultimate's set up is you play through all the difficulties in the game. There's 4 difficulties. There's beginner, advanced, master, or beginner, advanced, expert, and master, and they all go chronologically in order for easiest to most difficult. So we're just getting close to the end of the beginner here. We got to finish up these extra levels here. Some of these levels, like this one right here, AV logo. AV is the company that developed the original games, Vision, but the company didn't even really exist anymore when this game was made, but they left the levels in. And you'll actually see that exact same stage 2 more times later on. They left duplicate versions of it. I don't know why, but they did. Yeah, we got some more Deluxe exclusives, pretty big stages. Just gotta wait for the thing to lower so we can get on top. And some of these stages with like the walls and stuff, this game requires not only like a lot of muscle memory and stuff, but you gotta kind of be like ready for on-the-spot like reactions, because some of the bounces and stuff you get just don't work the same way every run. You gotta be ready to like react to what kind of bounces and stuff you get. Like here, for example. Okay, the bounces there could work any number of ways. Sometimes you'll just run over all of them. Sometimes you'll hit every single one.
So you were saying that collision checks every frame, but sometimes you'll have weird stuff that'll happen between frames.
Yeah, it doesn't check as often as it should. So sometimes you can occasionally run through like a small little bump or edge, and you got to be like ready to deal with that.
That's definitely more noticeable with a higher amount of speed. Sometimes you'll go through a goalpost and it'll still count for the stage.
Yeah, yeah. It's much more likely if you're going fast that you'll go through things, because there's less time, I guess, for it to check. If it's colliding with a wall or whatever.
You'll just go right over a bump without actually bumping and fly off the edge.
There we go. Of course, the levels with the switches, usually they, you hit the fast forward, it'll just speed it up. You hit rewind, it'll turn it around, you know, pretty easy stuff. Okay. This should work. Nice.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool one right there. I don't know what exactly the stage name's supposed to be. I really can't even I can't even say it. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Well, we looked it up. It actually means a type of French pastry.
Yeah, I guess so.
Thanks, everything's cleared up now.
So there are a few level names where we were like, what's that? And we just looked it up. Like some level names are actually like really clever. And then some are just like, you'll see when they named a lot of the Monkey Ball 1 levels, because the Monkey Ball 1 levels originally didn't have names, but when they put them in here, they gave them names, and they're just the most simplistic thing you can imagine.
Ooh. We're getting out of there. We're getting out of there. Okay.
Hashtag saved.
Oh man, this stage can be pretty tough. If you're really good, you can actually like skip a bunch of these waves all the way to the end, but it's really, really difficult to do that. All right, this whole stage here is, this whole thing is a seesaw, so. There we go. And obviously, if you've never seen an all-level speedrun, levels like that you might have actually like never seen before, so there's like, I think, 45 stages you skip if you do all the warps. And that was a double frame perfect trick right there. All right. There's a cycle here. It's pretty easy to beat. The block will come up and block you if you don't get there quick enough. This is a fun one to get a lot of speed off of. You can get a pretty high bounces on these folders here. Nice. Nice. All right, well, this is a pretty tough stage. I hope I can get through this first try.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay. Got it.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, yeah, nice, man.
All right.
First try. Every
Okay.
time.
Yeah, it's a hold up stage. I guess they probably put that in there in beginner for a reason because you can just hold up. Okay. All right, this last stage here has a really cool trick coming up. You don't want to miss this one. So this game has no randomness in it. All the cycles are always the same. So because of that, we can do really cool things like this. Okay, we got it. We're good.
Nice.
Is that... And that block will always be there, so as long as we always hit it at the right spot, we'll always get that hit up onto the top platform.
Yeah, if there's any RNG in this, it would just be the wonkiness of the collision detection sometime. But other than that, everything is always on time.
Yeah. So yeah, there is no RNG or random number generation in this game. Everything is always set, so it's really, really good for speedruns and stuff. Also, we are in the advanced stages now. Beginner had 40 and 20 extras. Advanced has 70 stages, plus the 20 extras. Expert has 100 levels in it, and then 20 extras on top of that. And then Master has 20, and then 10 for the extras at the end. So there's a lot more hard stages in the game than there are easy ones. All right, the cycle on the stage is not very good, so we're gonna like jump on here and just kind of wait for a little bit, thing to straighten up. There we go.
Nice.
And if you've played the first game, you might notice some of like these cycles of these like moving levels are off. It's because I guess when they ported them over, they didn't transfer properly. Like all the cycles are farther ahead in this game than they are from the first one. All right.
Nice.
There we go.
And the reason I paused there was just to kind of make it a little more consistent because you have to hit a really, really precise spot on those curves to. Oh. Well, that's new.
Obligatory. That never happened before.
That never happened before, man. I swear. All right. Just dodge these walls here. right, and this cycle here is barely possible, so hopefully we get a first try. Okay, we did.
Nice.
Harder than it looks, I swear, it really is. All right, now we're on a giant guitar, and we're gonna be getting the blue goal. The green goal only skips a bonus stage in this game anyway, despite it being like super hard to get. Okay, we didn't get a good bounce there. We could have jumped straight up to the blue goal if we had gotten a good clip. Ooh, okay. Now we're getting into another set of exclusives. This is, we're getting closer to the end of the exclusive level. Since it was supposed to be for Super Monkey Ball 3, I feel like they only got through like the earlier levels, so that's why a lot of the exclusives in this game are easier, and in the beginner and like early advanced and stuff, they didn't make like many hard stages outside of just the ones they already had for the originals. Yeah, a lot of the stages in this game just have hold-up setups like that. I don't know if they were intentional, but some of them seem like too obvious to not be. Okay. There's actually a green goal on that stage. There's like an alternate path if you just jump down one step, and there's a green goal, which would skip this amazing stage, so we definitely don't want to take that.
Yeah, this is how buildings look like.
Just gonna be climbing this for a little while. We're already halfway there.
This is definitely one of those stages you can tell what the Monkey Ball 3's level design was going to be more like. You can tell straight off this is from Monkey Ball 3.
Would have been a good game, man. I wish they made it. All right, this has got a double frame perfect trick here. If I can at least get the first one, that'd be great. All right. Okay, we didn't get the 03 there. The 03 time would have gotten us all the way to the end of the stage, but that's still pretty good. All right. All right, we got a really long stage here, except, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna jump up there, skip the whole thing.
Poor level designer.
It's like that almost has to be intentional. I don't know why they would put that platform there. Oh, okay. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, the bounces there are a little unpredictable. You gotta be like ready for whatever the heck the game gives you. This stage is super difficult. You just want to run back here and pop yourself up to the goal. Now we got another maze stage here. This one's kind of cool because they actually blocked off the top, so that the little map like in the corner of the screen, you can't actually like see what's going on. So you can't actually kind of cheese this one just by like looking at the map. You got these ramps here at the end, I guess, to, I don't know, help the time run out a little quicker. There's only a few exclusive stages for the rest of the run, so for the most part, we're going to be just doing Monkey Ball 1 and 2 levels. So, of course, if you played the ones on the GameCubes, then you should recognize these stages coming up. Yeah, for some reason on these lava stages, if you ever played the first one, the lava in like the background and stuff's like, it moves super slow in this game. I don't really know why, but in the original it moves super quick. It's like another one of those things, I guess they just like messed up porting it over. There's like a couple things later on I want to point out, like you mentioned earlier with the goals and stuff, they like didn't switch them out so they just don't fit the background. We'll see when we get there. This has got a cool posture out here. We'll definitely like this one. Okay. Oh. Well, just in case you missed it, we're gonna do it again. Okay. Nice.
Nice.
All right, first try.
First try.
First try.
Okay.
This level's called Swell because it's swelled.
It's really bumpy, even though it looks smooth. I don't know why. Guess it's for the added challenge. this one's really fun. You can go super fast on this one. If you look at the miles per hour in the bottom left corner, you'll see we're gonna get a lot of speed on this one. And just fly down here super quick. 300, 400 miles an hour, 500 miles per hour. Super fast.
Well, that's what the monkeys they sent into space have to deal with.
Yeah, this game has like no speed cap whatsoever. You can pretty much go infinitely fast as long as you can find a way to get the speed. There's no cap or anything. It's pretty cool. Oh! Yeah, it's kind of a tough trick there. But it's much better than just doing the stage normally, so.
Yeah, since we're doing all levels on this, there are going to be strategies that a lot of people don't know because they usually just do the warps and you skip stages.
There we go.
You skip stages that you wouldn't know the strategy for, and you take warpless goals that you might not know the strategy for. So
This is a good stage name here. It's pretty nice.
yeah, those discs represent totalitarian rule.
Yeah. I don't know why they put it in a monkey ball game, but yeah, I'm sure everyone knew what that meant when they got the game.
I don't know if that's appropriate for children. Ooh. Get there.
All right, you got it. Another cool bonus stage here. It'd be fun if we could play it, but it's just not fast.
Yeah, for a speedrun, there is zero reason to take the bonus stages ever. It's just faster to die on them.
Yeah, there's one bonus stage later on that we will be completing because there's no way to fall off of it quickly. So we will be getting the goal on that one. It's in expert though. We won't see it for a while. All right, these stoppers here, these actually read your inputs. So like if I move right, they'll move right and vice versa. So you gotta try to bounce them around, open up a path to roll through. Pretty cool. Floor bent. It's a good stage name.
Got some time for some donations?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. All righty. $10 from Flame12 who says, my boy Jcool in the stream running SMB DX. Hope you are doing well.
Shout outs to Flame12.
$30 from What Is Even Anything. Shout outs to my top boy Jcool at the SGDQ. Good luck at getting through all the hard words such as serpentine, compensation, octagonal, and of course teapot. I know you can do it because you are awesome. Looking forward to a whole week of entertainment while procrastinating at work. You guys are the best.
All right, this stage right here is pretty fun. We're just gonna be bouncing on these back and forth. No real reason, just to pass the time.
I'm gonna give somebody an anxiety attack.
Yeah, he was actually dying on the swag strats in the practice room.
I was messing that up earlier, but
he was just,
I got to do it.
But he was just getting the failures out of the way.
All right, and that is 100, so we are only a third of the way through this now. This is a lot of monkey ball action.
I can't get enough of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this one you just gotta like wait for a certain time at the spot, and then you can just finish the stage.
There's an IL strat for that level. The IL strat just meaning individual level, where you hop in the top of that.
Yeah, like IL strats or individual level strats. It's like fast times and stuff for just the individual levels. There's fast times and high scores for pretty much every single stage in the game. So on top of doing the full game runs, there's a lot to offer in terms of where speedrunning is concerned. It's pretty cool.
And most of the IL strats that are like pretty much done at every single level, most of them are not really done in the run because they're mostly too advanced, and it's just grinding nonstop for that.
There's 2 different times in the clock I can get here, but unfortunately I keep missing them. They're pretty hard. Don't worry, it'll be all worth it in the end. Okay. There we go. Nice. First try.
Probably one of the hardest levels for me to learn because it was just a blind aim.
I'll be sure to check out that website, by the way, supermonkeyball.com. Great site.
I'm sure that's still up 12 years later.
Oh, totally, yeah. Yeah, these rings are pretty mad, so I'm not going to bother them too much. I'm just going to get the goal here. This is another one that has a hold-up strat. We're just going to hold up here so we get a good clip on this platform right here. And here's another example of what I was talking about, the goal. This is the goal from the water stages, but they just left it here, and they left it on a lot of these as well. I guess they just were like, they either forgot or were just too lazy to switch them out, I guess.
Looks cool, though.
Yeah, it does. Ooh. All right, let's do this. Okay, never mind.
That was intentional.
Yeah. It was good. There we go. That's what we wanted. All right, this level used to be called something different. It used to be called Downhill. Some of the names they like switched up.
I don't know what cascading has to do with this, really.
Well, there you go. These guys are pretty pro skaters right here. We're gonna get this one. Play the bonus stage.
Shout out to Tony Hawk.
Ooh. Okay, I guess I just want to see what was in there, but nothing interesting. Let's not do that again. Yeah, antlion. It's I'm not exactly sure what an antlion is, but I'm sure it makes sense somehow.
Apparently it's a type of animal that lives in little holes like that.
Something like that. Yeah, this stage here has a lot going on. Usually you can just jump to the green goal right there, but since we're doing blue goal, it's actually going to be a little bit more involved. We're going to bounce over here and finish like this instead. Pretty cool. Just skip the whole spiral here. Finish just like that. All right. That's a pretty wavy jump. There we go. That's a hard stage. That's why it's in advanced.
Yeah, some of the levels, the difficulty isn't really where they belong because we're going to have a long string of expert levels that are actually pretty simple.
Yeah, like this one's pretty easy too. You just, I don't know, it's advanced 58, more like beginner, like 2. That's what it should be.
We will see the last stage of advanced is a pretty dumb level.
Ooh. I meant to do that. There we go.
First try.
First try. All right, this one's done. There's no goal here, and the walls are really high, so we're going to use a setup here to try to get out quickly. There we go. And if we get that time on the clock and then hold up left here, we're going to be falling out pretty quickly. Just like that.
Yeah, you waste about 40 seconds if you don't get that one.
It's a giant comb here. We're just going to run between all the different little things. Just like that.
It's a giant comb. What else is there to say?
All right, just in case here, I'm gonna get some more bananas because I don't want to game over this run. So there we go. Play it safe. right, this maze is kind of cool because you got like the different walls and stuff rising and lowering, so the maze is constantly changing, but we're gonna try to stay on top of these. Oh. Ooh, okay. Well, all right. There we go.
Planned.
We backed that up. That's good. All right, this stage is pretty hard. You got a lot of different holes on the stage, but hopefully we get a first try. Ooh. All right, there we go. You can hold up actually for the whole stage, but gotta save the frames. Ooh, ooh, okay. Ooh.
There's actually a warp on the underside of that, on that platform that's, you have to launch up underneath into it, and
Yeah, it's
I don't think there's actually a setup for that.
It's one of the hardest ones in the whole game, for sure. That stage is pretty random, so who knows what could happen. This stage has a lot of different goals on it. We're gonna try to get one of these earlier ones here. This one's only gonna be on the ground for a few frames, so nice.
There we go.
Surprisingly, this really long stage is not for Monkey Ball 3.
Yeah, it's a pretty long one. It could be pretty fun though. You try to,
I think it has
Go
enough
fast.
variety to be enjoyable,
yeah.
because first you got to dodge a few like simple ones, and now you have some holes you got to dodge, and now you got some big obstacles you got to go around.
Yeah, it's exciting, all right.
Yeah, the slopes in this game are a lot stronger than you think they are. If you're like about halfway, you're most likely going to fall off.
Yeah. All right, I don't know if I want to go near that spider, so I think I'm just gonna avoid it completely. Ooh. Gonna avoid the goal too. I don't want to get that.
Yeah, so if you play Monkey Ball 2, this is the last stage of Advanced, and it's like the only stage that's hard, and you honestly need like 30 lives. To
That
get
is
through
really
it.
hard.
If you don't know the strats.
Nice. Yeah, this is another Deluxe exclusive. This one's actually pretty cool. It looks nice. Pretty easy to play. We're now going into the advanced extras. Some of these ones are pretty hard. This is basically where the run starts getting pretty tough. All right, I haven't seen this stage before, so it should be good. We played this exact same one in beginner, and we'll play it again in expert. The original game had like duplicate stages in some places. They just left them in. So there are some repeats. Ooh, that was close. Okay. This is one of the quickest stages the normal way, as you could probably tell. We're gonna be skipping the whole thing, hopefully. There we go.
Shouts to Gonkwai.
Shouts to Gonkwai. Yeah, he's the world record on that stage in Super Monkey Ball 1 for the fastest time. Ooh. Shoutouts to AV.
Rip AV.
Made some of the best games ever. Ooh, okay, it's probably good that happened. I didn't know what to do after that. There we go. That is definitely harder than it looks, but we got first try.
First try asterisk. You'd think that this would be a hold up level, but when I was playing this for the first time, you'll quickly discover that it is not.
Yeah, this last door here is going to be really fast, so we actually have to like time it with some speed. Nice, first try.
That's a 3-frame window?
It's like third of a second or something. It's pretty big window to get through it. Okay. Sometimes you hit that button and it just doesn't even activate. It's just collision detection. It's usually pretty consistent.
Not even halfway there.
I shouldn't have gone for that, but I thought it would look pretty cool.
Always got to go for the swag strat at least once.
Exactly. Got to go for all the swag. We're gonna press this, and the whole UFO is just gonna flip upside down. It's pretty insane. I'll try to do a trick shot in the goal here. Ooh, nice! Ooh. All right, that was pretty epic.
I think that was a glitch goal.
It might have been.
It looked like it.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, the glitch goals are when you you go in the goal but don't actually go in the goal. Like you just pop that back out the front. You save a replay and it doesn't actually beat the stage. So it's I don't know. They look pretty cool. You see like casual players get those and they like freak out like, whoa, I got a glitch goal. And yeah, this is a long stage. That skip I got there at the beginning saved like 15 seconds, but otherwise it's still pretty long. It's this is definitely one of those. You see it for the first time, you're just like, whoa! It's a Deluxe exclusive stage you didn't already know. It's pretty big. But the stage has some pretty cool strats on it. You know, just follow the maze. This next one will be a little more interesting because this maze we can just skip through the whole thing. Just like that. It's the Triforce level right here. Lots of triangles.
This is the original Triforce.
Yeah, this is it right here.
And then they simplified it a little bit.
Yeah.
Hills.
Yeah,
Because it's just hills.
There's a lot of hills. And yeah, this next stage here is a really long maze. If you guys have like a couple donations you want to do during this, when's the time to do it?
Definitely. We actually have quite a big donation. It's $20,000 from the Yeti.
Oh, wow.
And they say, hey all, Yeti here. We are glued to the screen for this monkey ball run. Amazing work, Jcool. We have an important announcement. We've officially raised $50,000 for MSF during SGDQ, which is amazing. Thank you for the support. On top of that, this donation puts the Yeti's all-time GDQ event contributions at over $500,000 across all events. Thank you for your continued support and breaking our website. Donating for the Balance the Animals, Dog Ending, Shovel Knight Spectre of Torment, and Mirror's Edge Egg. Oh, and our friend Megaran for Barrett Love, the Yeti. Thank you, Yeti. I like your shirts.
This shirt that I have on right here is actually from last AGDQ 2017 Monkey Ball shirt. So shout outs to Yeti.
So I got time for a few more?
Go ahead, yeah.
All right. We have $50 from JJ Plays Game. JJ Plays Games is on the couch. Shout out to my son, JJ Plays Games on the couch.
Is JJ on the couch?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't think I've heard that name before.
$25 from Ciderus7, who says, this is one of my absolute favorite games to see run at GDQ events. I'm applauding and shouting from my couch. Goal!
Nice. All right, and that's the halfway point through the run. We are now going to the second half. It's just expert and master stages, so it gets pretty crazy in some of these later ones.
Yeah, expert on its own is 100 stages, not even including the extra ones.
Yeah, it's insane. It's pretty difficult. Starts out pretty hard here too.
Woo!
Thank you.
I don't know how he does it.
And of course, we're still doing all levels, so We're going to be playing every single stage here. I don't know if they've ever done all levels at a GDQ before. I don't think they have, so that's pretty cool.
I don't know if they want to change that on the layout on the stream because it just says Ultimate, but
Oh, it's all good. This level's crazy right here. We're gonna skip the whole thing. There we go.
I love how they put a rail up there to try to prevent you from
Yeah, they'll
skipping,
stop
but
you.
you still do it
It
anyways.
stopped me. Ooh. This is 2-frame perfect pauses here, if I can pull them off. Okay. No, what am I doing? That wasn't even the right time. Let's go for it anyway. I got time. What am I doing? There we
There
go.
it is.
There we go. It was all worth it in the end. We got it. First try. All right, this one's really hard. This is like the infamous stage for a lot of people. We're gonna go for a jump here.
Nice.
Whoa.
there we go.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't mean to scare you or anything. It was totally intentional. There we go.
A 40 on XAMC is really, really good.
It's really good. Told you, expert gets really crazy. Some of these stages.
Ooh.
There
We
we go.
live it.
Yeah, I challenge anyone out there to try to do the 0.1 path there. It's a good challenge. I would do it, but it's not very fast. I usually just skip the whole thing.
Ready?
This one's a pretty steep decline, so it's downhill hard. It's pretty steep.
Ready? Bonus finish. Ready?
All right, this one's got a pretty big, like 14-second time saver, if I can get it here. Hopefully. Nice.
Oh, yeah!
All right.
Yeah, that's crazy hard to do.
Yeah, you usually just run over it and don't get a bounce at all, but it's a good thing we got it here. All right.
Ready?
Just gotta weave past those different balls in there.
Ready?
Yeah, some of these levels aren't too interesting. I should probably point out, by the way, the monkeys and stuff in this game, they all play the exact same. I'm just using the baby because it's pretty easy to use him since you can see around him. He doesn't take up too much space. It's pretty easy to like center the ball too because he's really small and he's always in the middle. So there's no other stat differences though. It pretty much just comes down to preference.
We didn't do a bid war for the monkey just because we didn't want Gon Gon to get picked.
No Gon. Can't play him. That would be too good. I couldn't do it. I don't know if I can handle it.
I don't think anybody can handle Gon for an hour 30.
Nah, man. You got that water tower level here. Just gonna jump straight into the goal.
Ready?
We just wait a little bit there for those platforms to move out of the way. So we can get through.
Ready? Ready?
All right, bonus hunting. We're gonna be hunting for that fall boundary as quick as we can. Let's go. We got it.
First try.
First try.
Record time.
Iceland's pretty tough. We got a cycle to make here. If we can run through this really quickly.
Nice.
Oh, got a 50 all right. That's
There we
really
go.
fast. And yeah, if you haven't already noticed, some of these stages are just like harder versions of the ones we played earlier, like this one. Except the strat we do is even easier, but
I was going to say,
Cash
that
looks pretty hard.
looks a lot like the previous level.
we're getting invaded by bumpers on this one, so we gotta try to maneuver past them pretty good. This is a hard stage right here. Like this is brutal right here. Just you could hold up even if you wanted to. I don't know why it's an expert stage.
Why is it called diving?
You dive into the goal.
I really hope they paid the guy well who named all these
Well, they
Monkey Ball
should.
1 stages.
He did a good job.
Like they had two separate people. One to name the Monkey Ball 1 stages.
And one to name the Deluxe stages.
Yeah.
It's a long fall we got there. It's a pretty big level. It's not even a deluxe level.
You can't even get down to the bottom of that level. It looks
No,
like
you
the,
can't.
The kill plane is before that.
There we go. Swing bar long, just in case you didn't know, it's a longer version. It also turns a little sharper too. Like this one's like legitimately kind of hard. But we did it first try. Nice.
Ready?
Ooh, that is.
The save.
There we go.
All right.
That was not one of the frames I was trying to get. Worked anyway.
Ready?
This is a good level. Got a banana bunch and a 1-up. It's pretty good.
That 1-up just saved the run right there.
It did.
Bonus finish. Ready?
Because we just run through the whole seesaws there. Clip on the little holes.
Ready?
I hope I can get this posture right here. Ah, okay, I didn't get the second one. Would have been able to just kind of just fly into the goal from that point, but I need both frames to do it.
Nice.
Still pretty good. Just run to the fish. Let's go. Oh, whoa. Okay. That's the strat right there. Let's do it again.
Got it.
There we go. Just try to run. I'm trying to run to the fish in the background. That's my visual cue.
There was a skip discovered on that level a little while back. If you cross the goal tape at the same frame that time expires, you get teleported to the very end of the stages.
Yeah, this game recently had this and the first two had a glitch found just back in the fall where if you get the goal after the timer runs out, you can skip directly to the end of the difficulty. It's a pretty cool glitch, but it's not fun for speedruns because you just gotta kind of wait for like a whole minute and then skip the whole game. So
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy though that it took us so long to find it, and that it's and that is useful in all 3 games.
it's cool. It's in all of them.
Yeah, then usually you do it on the level with the swinging goal because the goal will come to you. You don't have to enter into it.
Yeah, some of them it's pretty easy like that with the goals already moving pretty quick.
I don't think I've ever seen Detour done normally in my entire life.
Well, you have now. All right, this stage is gonna lag a little bit. There's just too much going on. Well, with all the water and the switches, but it's okay. This will make up for it right here. Oh, there we go. For some reason, you just not even press a button. You have to in the original game, but I guess they messed something up. I'm gonna try to go for the 10-second cycle skip here. Really, really hard. Hopefully I can get it. Okay, we got it.
Nice. That's the first time that skip's been done at a GDQ.
It probably is actually, yeah. It's really hard.
Bonus
And the backgrounds and stuff are going to stop like switching every 5 levels. We're going to be playing the same world pretty much for 10 levels in a row now. They just didn't have enough backgrounds to keep cycling through. A lot of the assets and stuff are just reused from the first couple games.
Shoutouts to Sega.
Shoutouts to Sega.
I heard they've been doing a great job with the Monkey Ball series as of late.
Yeah, they should go back to the original style. It's pretty good.
Bring back AV.
Monkey Ball Deluxe HD win.
Free AV.
This is a fun one. If you want to read a donation or two on this one, it's not very interesting.
Sure. I have $10 from Ramses, who says, "Hi, Jcool. Sorry I couldn't be there for your practice streams, but I will be back in the future, hopefully with news on the Digimon Digital Card Battle 100 and 300% routes. Till then, me, Scatter, Partly, and the rest of the Discord will be cheering you on." $10 from Ketson, who says, "Super Monkey Ball segments are always my favorite part of games done quick marathons. Keep up the awesome gameplay."
All right, this is a pretty windy slide. We're going to try to use our momentum and skip a bunch of these. All right, don't worry. It's just if anyone blinked and missed it, we're going to do it again real quick.
He was setting up RNG.
Yeah, it was on purpose. Okay. There we go. I totally improvised that. I'm not really sure what that was. We're going to fall down here.
Great name.
Just in case we couldn't figure it out, Stage told us how to do it.
So glad they told us that in stage 45 of Expert.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
We good.
We good. All right. Spiral hard, because it's harder than the first one.
Wow. Also, they reversed it, which just changed everything.
Yeah. All right, this one in the first game, for some reason, this jump here just like never works, but in Deluxe, you always get it. You just skip the whole thing, which is pretty nice. I'll say these were ice cubes in the first game. They I don't know what they are now, but it's not in the right world.
Sound blocks.
I guess so.
Ready?
And I think that's 200 right there. So we got 100 more stages to go, which is pretty cool. It's a really long speed run, but it's super, super epic.
How many extra stages do you do in Warpless again?
We do like 45. I
Okay.
think. We play 255, I believe, in the normal category, so we do 300 in this one.
Yeah, if we were doing warps, the way it works is the green goal skip. Green goal skip 1 stage and red goal skip 2 stages.
Yeah.
Ready?
It should also be noted that Jcool's playing this on Xbox and not Xbox 360, which is a little bit faster.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to use this huge controller right here. It's not as good for this game as, like, let's say the GameCube controller, but it works pretty well. Yeah, this game is also on like the PS2, but unfortunately it's yeah, it's about as bad as that just was. It's not a very good game.
And it kind of stinks too because there is no like tassing on Xbox right now, and PS2 is like the closest thing we have, and all the PS2 emulators are also bad. And
Yeah,
then
some of them.
and then this game is also bad on PS2, so.
Whoa.
Nice. Had to make up that time.
Totally intentional.
I did not plan on doing that. Had to make up the time somehow. All right, this is one of the OG strats right here. The 61 frame hold up. Skips the entire thing. Ooh. There we go. It's a pretty good strat. That was found a long time ago. I'm gonna go for another 10-second cycle skip here. The bounces here can be a little inconsistent, so sometimes you just can't do it, but other times you just gotta work with what you got. Okay, we got it. Nice.
Yeah, and the IL strap of that stage, you bounce around so much that you get the goal when it's upside down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ready?
Oh. Whoa.
Collision.
What the? Okay.
Is it possible to bounce onto the other level that's above it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's really hard, but yeah, you can do it. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nope. Trying to get on the wall there. Sometimes you don't do it, and you can still like kind of make it work, but you gotta react quick. That's why I pause here. We're getting the blue goal. All right.
Yeah, in addition to skipping stages, the other goals also give you a score multiplier as well. So in a lot of like score records, you'll want to get the red or the green goal on the stage if possible.
Yeah, if you're trying to do score, you pretty much always want to get the different goals that skip more stages.
Do they give you a multiplier, or do they just add points?
But it's a multiplier.
It's a multiplier,
Is
yeah.
it different on GameCube version?
Works the same way.
Oh, okay.
It's the same score system for all the games, at least for the 1, 2, and Deluxe. Also, if you've played the first game, you might notice the music here is like the same music we heard in Another World. It's because the ice music was put on the space stages, and then the space music is just nowhere to be found. It's not even in the game, so I don't really know why they did that. But okay, that's a pretty thin platform right there. We got Antlion Super.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's super.
Super Antlion Deluxe.
That was super duper. Let's go.
That's the Chinese knockoff.
Most of these stages aren't too bad. Like this stage right here, in fact, is super easy. I don't know why it's in the end of expert. Like it is just as easy as it looks.
Ready?
All right, it's a faster version of the level we played earlier. It's speedy.
It's speedy, but it's also an auto-scroller.
You can make it not, but that's not RTA viable.
Yeah, it is possible to like bounce on the tops of those and get to the goal really fast. That's what the IL strat does, but it's obviously not really viable for a full game run. There's like it was mentioned earlier, there's a lot of strats like that, so there's a pretty big incentive to still do like ILs and stuff, as they're quite a bit different from full game runs.
Ready?
That's pretty cool.
The name of the stage is a constellation that's shaped the same way.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
There are a lot of fun fact names on here.
Yeah, that is this game, all right.
Fun facts to game.
Fun facts.
All right, this is an open bowl.
It's called that because it's an open bowl.
This is a cool stage. Those guys actually like fight and stuff, and they drop bananas, but you don't get to see it, unfortunately.
We don't have tickets.
Yeah, so we just gotta jump off,
Ready?
move on. And we're not even gonna press any switches here. We're just gonna do it while it's not moving. Yeah. And yeah, some of these levels are actually like really difficult casually. They're not going to be as easy as I might be making them like seem. This next level here, unfortunately, is going to be really long wait time, because we're trying to get the blue goal here, and we have to wait for this path to like straighten all the way out. So I guess in the meantime, I'll just like I don't know, work on some cardio, I guess, run around a couple laps, make it a little more interesting. All right, now I'm gonna press the play here, so it's not too crazy. We can get there in time.
And normally what you do on that one is you just fly off to the left where the warp goal is. And I actually don't know how to do it any other way besides that.
Yeah, it's like if you'd seen that level before, you probably saw the strat where you just jump into the green goal.
Ready?
Ooh, that was not even close. Okay, I guess we're doing the normal strat here. Still pretty cool. Flip this back around. And kind of just jump over here to the blue. This is a fun level. We're just gonna roll around the bumpers.
Isn't this the stage that lags a lot in Xbox 360?
Yeah, it does. The 360 doesn't emulate the game like super well, so some of the levels lag like a ton. This is one of them that lags like really, really bad. So that's one of the reasons why it's better to play on the original Xbox.
Ready?
Alright, this one's pretty fun.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
And I'm not sure if I'm fully correct on this or not, but just looking at how you're entering the goal, it looks a lot easier compared to Monkey Ball 2. Like the collision's a lot wider.
Yeah, it is a little bit easier, I think, in the second game. It's not too much different though.
Yeah, Monkey Ball 1 and 2 had different physics engines, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they do. And then this game just stole the one from 2. It's pretty much just 2 with all the other stuff added in. Like the levels that are from 2 play pretty much the exact same. And this is that level we're actually going to get the goal here. Because there's no like quick way to get that bonus finish. So we're just gonna get the goal instead. Woo! Pretty exciting.
Ready?
This is where the levels get super crazy. This is supposed to be like the very end of Expert, so. Ooh, okay, I did not even get the time I wanted there. That's okay.
This level is called Carpet because obviously
Yeah, it's the
it
carpet.
resembles the carpet.
Looks just like the one in my living room, you know?
Yeah. Everybody's carpet is green checkered pattern.
Yeah.
Everyone's carpet has moving parts.
Nice. Whoa. Whoa. All right. Well, one more time, just for fun.
This time with feeling.
All right, let's do it the normal way instead. Let's just look around for a bit, admire the scenery.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how literally 0.01 of a second can affect if you're going to get into the goal or not.
Yeah. I was off just by 1 frame, so you can't do it anymore.
Ready?
Yeah, if you're interested in speedrunning game, you can go online and find a list of levels with the pause strats, and it'll tell you which frame you want to be paused on, and then which direction you need to hold on that frame. And then some pause strats are like maybe 10 hundredths of a second, then some are just a single frame you got to land on.
Yeah, it just depends on the strat. Some of them are a lot more precise.
Yeah, I know there's at least a couple stages that have like 3 frame perfect inputs for
Yeah,
some of them.
those are crazy. This is a good level. I don't know who thought putting stairs in a ball game was a good idea.
Yeah, the stair levels are just the worst.
It's brilliant. Super good.
Ready?
Do a couple little jumps here. There's one. Could do another one right here. Nice. This is a coffee cup. I guess. All right. Oh,
Whoa.
whoops. Well, that cooled me off a little bit. All right.
Don't short circuit anything. That would have ruined the GDQ.
Oh, that would not be a good time. This is a cool level. This actually is like a really cool level, but if I had to pick one that I could play, it would be that one. Unfortunately, we can't. That is the last bonus stage, though. We would be playing every single stage coming up. And I hope you like this world and this music, because we're going to be on this world for a good 20 stages or so. Because I guess they just ran out of backgrounds to use, so we're going to be doing this one for quite a while.
Ready?
Some of these stages aren't too interesting, but pretty easy.
Ready?
Okay. This next one's pretty cool because like it's a flat maze, right? So you can't really do any cool things with that except the one part that isn't flat you use and skip the whole thing. I don't know why they did that, but I'm glad they did. This one has a cool strat. You can actually jump up and like get hit by the arm into the goal, but it's not really run viable. But it's what the IL strat does. It's pretty sick. It's like a lot of the IL strats are like that. Yeah, this game has like a pretty competitive scene for both ILs and the full game runs. It's a super good speed game. You got like, it's pretty quick, fast paced. There's no like randomness. It's there's a practice mode. You can practice anything, whenever. You can save replays and stuff. Get high scores, fast time. Like there's a lot to offer. It's pretty fun. All right. Yeah, like I definitely recommend if you're interested to check it out. Check out people playing the game. Check it out if you're interested in running yourself. There's a lot of stuff to do. And not only this, but like the first 2 games as well. That's a really easy level. Yeah, it's really fun, really fun.
I'd say Monkey Ball 2 is a little friendlier to speedrunning because in Monkey Ball 1 you can only get like 2 lives.
Yeah, the first game's brutal because you can't get more lives, but the second game's probably the most beginner-friendly. This is probably the best one. It's super jam-packed, but it is a lot to take in.
And Monkey Ball 2 and Deluxe, you can buy up to 99 lives and always have those available.
We're coming in here, the Expert 100. This is also an exclusive stage. It's not too bad. You just bounce and roll right up the hill. Coming into the final stretch here. We got 50 more stages to go, so we're getting a little closer. We're almost there. And collision detection. This stage is a good example of collision detection not really working how you think it would. Sometimes you just will keep running over these things and not bouncing at all, like that. And other times you get hits that high. It's not really consistent. That's why you just got to be like ready to react.
That was a pretty good charge.
Yeah, that was still pretty good. This jump's pretty tough because there's like a wall blocking part of the goal.
Oh.
It's tough to time too. There's not really any sort of cue. You just kind of have to like get a feel for it when you jump off.
The one thing that's kind of good about this game is when you die, it's kind of.
We don't want that.
You might have had to reset.
Man, if I would have gotten it, I think it would have been pretty cool anyways. I wouldn't mind. There we go. All right.
Yeah, if you die in this game, you don't lose that much time compared to like you won't get sent out of like a world or something. You just respawn.
Yeah, this game is you fall out a lot. This is not a game where you're expected to just get through it without a bunch of mistakes. It's really tough.
And especially this game because there's so many stages in it, so many categories are so long. Like it's unusual for most Monkey Ball runs to be like more than 30-ish minutes.
Yeah. Like this Ultimate, for example, the record has like at least like around 20 deaths in it or something. Like it's still super, super hard. But it's really fun, really fun. And also, yeah, we just did a cool strat there. Like the thing pops you up in the air, so you can make a pretty early cycle on there.
Ready?
All right, this next stage, this is a fun one right here. I hope you like basketball because we're about to do a pretty crazy shot right here into the blue goal.
Kobe! Ooh, not Kobe.
Kobe!
Kobe! Off the rim.
All right.
Shoutouts to Golden State.
That's a pretty cool strat.
That's a cool one. You bounce off like the bottom of the platform.
Ready?
All right, there's a ridiculous setup on here, and I'm not going to do it. It's probably for the best. We can at least skip that turn there. Now this bounce here at the end can just sometimes not work, so let's hope it does. We'll see. This is a pretty long one, that's why I wanted to skip the whole thing. There we go. Nice. We're actually going to rewind this one and wait on this wall here. Instead of actually doing the maze, we're just going to like let it turn over so we can use all this speed to...
This level's been under construction
Like
for
that.
15 years.
There we go. All right, fun stage. Here we go.
Dude, I love this stage.
Haven't played this one before.
You know, maybe they just wanted to get to an even 300 stages, so they just
Yeah.
duplicated.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have enough or something. Yeah, these levels are super, super quick. A lot of these I'll be beating in like 3-4 seconds for a little while. These are really fast ones.
This is a really fun level.
Nice.
Ready?
Nice.
All right.
There we go.
A lot of these are kind of like go back and just try to time the jump because. Ooh. Like that, yeah. Don't want to be too early or too late or you won't get it.
Ready?
Instead of going on the pipe here, how about we just don't do that at all? Bounce on that. Land like that. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, that was magical right there. Let's go. And once again, shout outs to AV.
Yo, is that
He's
AV?
It's AV. They made both the Monkey Ball games and F-Zero GX, all great games.
Ready?
All right.
Nice.
This next one's gonna be really, really cool. Like you definitely want to see this one. This
Ready?
you normally have to
Daluma.
Daluma. Yeah, you gotta wait like. Ooh. Okay, let's do it again.
Ready?
We're gonna try to get a pretty cool hit here. Oh! I didn't know if that one worked or not. There's a lot of different ones you can use. All right, well, we're gonna go big or go home. We're doing it. There we go. Let's do it this way instead. Nice. That's a pretty cool back if you can do that. That wasn't actually the strats. We're coming in now. Hardest stages in the game right here. We're in the master mode. There's not too many of them, but the few that there are pretty challenging. Hopefully I can beat them all first try. And of course, we'll be doing all levels. There's a couple masters stages that are really, really tough that you can normally skip, but since we're doing all levels, we're not going to be able to skip those ones. We're going to be just thrown right into them.
Yeah, when we get to Master Extra, that's normally 10 stages, but if you're doing warps, it's only 6.
Yeah, you can skip like a ton of them. Like this one right here is pretty tough. Ooh. Yeah, it's hard. All right, second time's the charm. Third time's the charm is what I meant to say. Let's do it again. All right, let's just hold up this time. That's a good idea. Nice.
All right, first try.
There we go.
First try. All right. All right, now this one you may have seen before. You can like jump down to the bottom there. There's a hidden green goal, but we're actually going to be doing it the normal way. We're going to be trying to dodge these corners here, not get bumped off.
I actually didn't know how to do this the normal way until I saw Jcool do it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the normal way. I don't know another way to do it. It's pretty much the only way. This is another really tough one. We're going to get on the wall here just because it just looks kind of cool, so I'm going to do it. Just got to keep your balance on that. I don't know who thought putting a bunch of cylinders and stuff in a monkey ball game is a good idea, but they're pretty tough. They're challenging, but
Better than stairs.
better than stairs, but they're challenging, all right. Yeah, that one is a really nice setup for it. You just hold up for most of the way.
Ready?
Ooh, look, more cylinders. Let's go.
So when we're done with Master, we'll go to Cylinder Extra.
Actually, after these 10 stages here, we're going to be going to the Monkey Ball 1 Master stages, which, in my opinion, are probably the hardest in the game. I think a lot of people would agree with that. There's some really, really, really hard levels there. But we're not quite there yet. These are like beginner in comparison to some of those.
Ready?
This stage is kind of cool. It's like a giant clock, kind of. But we're going to skip the whole thing. Just like that. All right. Here we are. Here's where the real fun begins. We got these stages here. I'm going to try to get a certain time on the clock here to show this off. Okay, we got it. It's definitely not worth to pause that much, but this definitely deserves to be shown. Just in case you had any doubts about the collision maybe not being totally perfect, you'll see here. Ooh. All right, one more time. Let's do it. There we go.
There we go.
All right, this is doing the stage the normal way is probably the hardest stage in the whole game. But luckily, there's a pretty easy cheese strat that ends up being way easier than doing it the intended way. Nice. So there's that.
Ready?
Collision Master.
Luckily, we just, once we get the hit, we're good. In the first game, you'll get random bumps on there, and you could just, like, lose your run so easy. But not in this game. So there used to be, like, a giant Dole logo on that thing, because the original games were sponsored by Dole, but unfortunately not Deluxe.
Shoutouts to Dole.
Shoutouts to Dole. Make some good bananas. Ooh.
Whoa!
One more time. Let's do it.
Yeah, you'll notice that the last 10 stages of Master are all called something Master.
Yeah.
Edge Master.
This one's pretty edgy. Ooh, not edgy enough. Okay, one more time.
I need more angst.
Not enough angst.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
All right, Dodge Master. I'm going to do exactly not that and just ram myself into one of them. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. Okay. I was trying to hit one to get me to get a hit in the goal, but that works too.
That stage is also really hard to do normally.
That is not a stage you want to get a one-up on. Blocks half the screen.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait. Hey, that isn't baby. What is this?
It's the best monkey in the game. It's Aya.
Should have been gone.
Uh,
You'd have more room to maneuver.
it would be too easy if it was Gangan. He's jacked. All right, we're coming in for the last 10 stages here, the final stretch. Most of these aren't too bad, but there's still some pretty cool things. We're just gonna completely dodge the striker there. It's not fast for what we're trying to do. Never mind. We're gonna use the striker instead. So we need to get the blue. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
Is the collision with the goals any different than 2?
No, exact same. There's some weird, like, funky kind of goals you can get, though.
Yeah, it seems like it's a little more lenient than the 2.
Like, you can, like, finish in the side of the goal on some of the stages. Like, in the first game, you couldn't really do that most of the time, but it's really hard. Obviously, I'm not trying to do that. It's like a harder version of the planet level. Ooh. So you might have seen before on this stage where you can actually jump directly down to that bottom planet, but since we're trying to get the blue goal here, we actually have to do it the intended way, kind of. We can still try to do a jump here. I'll do it like one more time or so. There we go.
Nice.
All right, let's be careful here. I don't want to get sliced up. There we go.
Ready?
All right, I can pause at any time there. I just wait until he's completely still from landing so I can do this.
Oh.
Well, that was really cool. I want to do it again, so let's do it again. One more time, just for fun. Let's go.
I think some people had to watch an advertisement, so they missed it.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, this stage is insane. I don't know what they expect you to do, but luckily at the beginning, you have a very small window to get the goal there.
It's actually easier to get the green goal there than the blue goal.
Yeah, it's a little farther back, so it's kind of a little easier to go if you're like going at the start. There we go.
So in one of these all level runs, have you ever accidentally gone to a different goal?
No, I don't think so. I mean, unless I just like forgot. I mean, one time my friend Nindide on Helix back there, he actually hit the blue goal and flew into the green goal one time in an all levels run. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, they replaced the GameCube here with a die because it's, unfortunately it's not on the GameCube, but we're coming pretty close to time here. Time is when I break the goal tape. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the run. It's our destiny to beat this stage as quickly as possible.
It's called Destiny because everyone beats it.
Exactly. And time.
That was really good.
Great cutscene here. So that was Super Monkey Ball Deluxe Ultimate All Levels. I definitely hope you enjoyed the run. If you're at all interested in speedrunning the game, it's honestly probably one of the best speed games you can get into, the Monkey Ball games. They're designed around speedrunning. They're super fun. There's a lot of people who stream it. You got people like The Lost Llama, Callum Super Denny Boy, Jeff. You got a bunch of people. Lots of YouTube content too. It's really cool. I definitely recommend giving it a shot, or at least watching more runs if you enjoyed it. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the marathon. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks Jcool for that run. I'm gonna go ahead and just read off a few donations. Yeah, so we have a $50 donation from Wagner who says, "Hi, could you please wish Adam Vietz a happy birthday? That would make it very special as he is watching HGDQ right now. Thanks a lot." And that's SGDQ actually. Happy birthday, Adam. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and run an ad real quick and we'll be right back. All right, and just a quick word from our sponsors.
Claim loot in Overwatch. Get 1 golden loot box with a guaranteed legendary item. Plus more coming soon. Plus a free channel sub every 30 days and ad-free viewing on Twitch. Play Warframe and get the exclusive Prime with Prime Bundle. Instantly unlock one of the most sought-after Warframes, Frost Prime. You'll also get an exclusive Prime Cyan Dana, a Warframe slot, and a Dragon mod pack. Start your free trial of Twitch Prime today.
Rated E for everyone.
Yo, Earl, we made it back to Earth.
And it only took 26 years. Not bad.
First thing we need to do is get some new pages. Mine must be broke, because I haven't gotten a page since 1991.
I just hope people recognize us now that we're all high def or whatnot.
Earl, I'm red with 3 legs, you're orange and huge, we're aliens, and we're mad funky. People gonna recognize us. Toe Jam and Earl, back in the groove. It's an all-new adventure game from 1991. Coming in 2017 to PC and console from Adult Swim Game.
All right, welcome back to Summer Games on Quick 2017, benefiting Doctors Without Borders. A few donations here from Barry Kramer, $200, says, enjoying these runs while I have the runs. Keep up the great work. We have... $20 from Abby Stabby, who says, didn't realize just how long-winded my last donation comment was, so here's $20 more to make up for the announcer reading the whole thing. Don't worry, Abby, we cool. All right, and next up we have an interview with J-Hobbs, Frockenok, and Critical Sid. Take it away.
Thank you. I'm J-Hobbs. I'm here with Frockenok and Critical Sid, our two of our runners, rather, out of our Sonic block. First of all, how are you guys doing?
Doing good, man.
Yeah,
Doing pretty good.
Feeling good. Now, Sonic is not new to this marathon at all. However, we are getting a couple new runners this time, 2 international runners. So what's it feel like to be, kind of international runner at this American event? And we'll start with Sid.
Actually, it feels, pretty normal compared to everything else. But let's just say for fun, it's nice to start the European invasion here. So.
There you go.
I don't know, it's an experience, all right? Because, this is my first time in America, like my first big marathon, it's something else. I'm really enjoying it so far. Hopefully I have a good run and can show everyone, how good Generations is.
Show them the power of the Greek god.
Exactly.
All right, cool. And now this is not only your first times, or you're not only international runners, but it's your first GDQ for both of you, right? So now we've got such an amazing block here with the 2D and 3D Sonic all joined together with the honorary Freedom Planet as well. So how does it feel to kind of have your first GDQ run be part of such a great block? More nerves, less nerves?
About the same. It's mostly down to marathon experience, really, because I have been in other marathons, even though this is my first GDQ. But I'm definitely glad to be repping Sonic this time around, because that's just my jam. That's awesome. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's Sonic, it's my thing pretty much. But there's gonna be there every time because, so many people watching you, and you want to show them something good, pretty much.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, my next question's for you, Sid. Now, for the kind of speedrunning aficionados out there, Sid might look a little familiar because you were back here in the States only about a month and a half ago or so, running Golden Sun, a 6-hour-long RPG at RPG Limit Break.
Yeah.
And now you're here running a Sonic game, a platformer. You want to explain this erratic behavior? What's going on, man?
Golden Sun is kind of the odd one out, really, and that's mostly down to it being just my favorite game of all time.
Okay.
Like, even though most of my favorite games are Sonic, I do play some other stuff now and then, and Golden Sun last day was like, I love this game so much, I just have to pick it up at some point, even though it's 6 hours.
Is there any kind of like difference in preparation you do for like a long RPG versus a shorter platformer?
Yeah, it's more about like actually knowledge, having everything in your head how to react really, and this is pure execution, pretty much. So
a lot of muscle memory.
Yeah,
practice,
you're really.
so.
It's a really different mindset, and it took me a long time to get used to RPGs when I started Golden Sun.
Awesome, man. Now, Frock, my next question's for you. We get to see you run Generations, which kind of gives you a little taste of every single Sonic game throughout the decades, and there is one level in it. There's one decade or one game that is actually going to be from Sonic Colors, which Sid is running. So I gotta ask you, who's gonna do better on Planet Wisp, man? You or Sid?
It's gonna be tough. Like, it's definitely gonna be tough. I think I have like the better tricks, maybe.
Yeah, the Planet Wisp and Colors is kind of light on the
Like,
tricks.
Generation has some pretty cool tricks, so stay tuned for that. Like.
So Greece over Netherlands is what you're saying, eh? Every time.
Netherlands over Greece.
All right, great. Well, with that, I think we're gonna go to some of your questions, some of the audience, and we're gonna do a little bit of social media here. So the first one here is for both of you. Which Sonic CD soundtrack? Which Sonic CD is gonna be run by Flying Fox in a little bit here? Which Sonic CD soundtrack do you guys prefer? Start with Sid.
I'm gonna say Japanese, just so that Flying Fox won't unleash her tiny British rage on me. Japanese is the better one anyway, but you know.
Yeah, I prefer the Japanese one too.
Japanese. All right. We'll move on very quickly to the next one. See, now, who is the best Sonic character? It doesn't actually show up on here yet, but we'll get that for a second. So for each of you, who's the best Sonic character?
Big the Cat. I would drop the mic if it wasn't super expensive. I'm just saying.
Crowd liked that one. Frock?
I have to agree. Big the Cat. Like, if I say something else right now, like, I don't know.
You gotta get someone coming in here repping Blaze or something, man.
Yeah, like, Blaze might be like
All right.
number 2.
We'll take another one. This one is from Making Music is Easy. What was the first Sonic game that each of you played?
Well, I'm a Nintendo kid, so I didn't actually get introduced to Sonic until it came to GameCube, so Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sonic 1.
Sonic 1, back Genesis era. Yeah, playing all the way back.
First ever video game.
All right, now you get to do Green Hill Zone again. So you've had Sonic right from the get-go. It's right in your blood. All right, cool. Well, let's do another social media question, and that is from James PFD McGee. How long did it take you to get consistent at this game? And I'm sure it's a little different for each of you.
That's just kind of something that grows gradually over time. For me, I've been running this for over 3 years now, so it's just kind of this level of consistency that I'm at now that didn't really start until like going into last year. But yeah, it takes a long time. It takes a long time.
Yeah, definitely. I have to agree. It takes a lot of time to get consistent. Like, some tricks might be easier, some others might be harder. Like, I've been running Generation since 2012. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, it's been 5 years. Yeah. Like, and I still feel like some tricks I don't have a good grasp out of them. Like,
we'll have to look out for those during your run. All right, well, that's going to conclude our social media for now, I think. But I did want to get in a question to each of you because you're running, 3D Sonics. You're running 2D a little bit too, but you're running modern era 3D Sonic. So I got to ask you, Sonic Forces. You got to be excited for it, right? Now, are we going to see one of you at a GDQ, future GDQ, running Sonic Forces?
See, I never say I will speedrun a game before I play it casually first. That's a big mistake to make.
The safe answer. All right.
I will say I'm very interested in it. Funnily enough, even the original character part, actually, the gameplay of that looks very interesting and very breakable.
When I saw Sonic Forces, like modern Sonic, classic Sonic, I was like, is that Generations too? Like, maybe this is my kind of thing, And then you got this, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like, so we'll see how it goes.
Awesome, cool. Well, I want to just thank each of you for being on here and ask now after GDQ, what's next for you? You're going to continue with these Sonic games? You're moving on to something else? We'll start with Frock on this one.
I'm definitely gonna continue with Sonic Generations, since at the moment I lost my world record after 3-4 years that I actually hold it. Like,
you've had a battle recently, man, back and forth.
Yeah,
right?
like it feels good to have a challenge, you know. Like after so long, someone actually provided me a challenge, and I'm kind of feeling, you know, I need to go back to it and get it back.
Right.
After that, like I might be going to Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, trying to appease the interviewer
Yeah.
here. I get you. All right, so we get some RPGs out of the platforming again. All right, Sid, how about you? What's next for you?
I'm definitely going to stick with colors for a while. Maybe a little bit of action. I don't have too much time saved left on that, but I do want to still push it because I know I can still do better. Maybe push any % a bit. There's still a lot of tricks missing from it. And after that, Sonic Heroes.
Oh, Heroes.
That's
okay.
That's the one I've been running even longer than Sonic Colors.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll be looking forward to that, and we will definitely be looking forward to your runs. Now, I want to shift gears a little bit because he seems like he's always just at the edge of the camera. We have Sent here to tell us about some prizes.
Hey, Hobbs.
How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going well. It's always good to be here. I'm really excited for the Sonic Block coming up. We have starting with Freedom Planet, which is, you know, I got to be honest, one of my favorite Sonic games.
Wow.
Might as well be. All right, so what are we looking at? What are people going to be looking to win here?
So we have a couple of really cool prizes for the entirety of Sonic Block. We have these two really nice scarves here from Shaw Crafts. One on the front, as you can see. It says the motto of both Sonic and every speedrunner ever, you gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
As well as this lovely one here with Sonic's face embroidered on it. And from Geek Chic Decor, we also have this really nice TV tray that's actually been modified to have pictures of Sonic on it, taken directly from Archie Sonic comics, I believe.
And now, if I'm not mistaken, that's also the legendary I Am Bread tray from the pre-show, right?
It is indeed. Its legend has spread far and wide.
Now that must have just bumped up the value.
At least by $1.
All right, great.
So yeah, all three of those prizes are going to be, I believe, a $15 minimum bid during the Sonic Block tonight.
Okay.
And as always, we have today our Xbox One S Minecraft Edition, which is $50 cumulative. And of course, running the entire event, we have this amazing Corsair Games Done Quick PC.
Absolutely fantastic. I've seen the specs of this thing, folks. It's amazing.
It's definitely wonderful. I cannot wait to crack it open and talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's even better on the inside.
Fantastic. Well, with that, I think it's time that we kick off our block of blue blurs, and what's a better way to do that than with a purple one? It's Freedom Planet up next.
I like that.
That was good. That was good.
All right, thanks guys for the interview. Coming up next is Freedom Planet by Fled Hervey. And then heading into the Sonic Block, my name is Buffalo Prime. I'll be your host for the next couple of games. And I do have to let you guys know, we do have a donation incentive that we are trying to reach for Sonic Generations. It is Green Hill Zone Blindfolded. So Frockenok will play that if we can get 500,000 bits cheered. So make sure to cheer those bits into the chat. We do have a $117 donation from Blue Cheetah, which was $3 for every death of Super Monkey Ball. We got a $10 donation from Furlim, the myth, the legend, the Fled Derby. May the cool boxes stay away from the ceilings in your run, gathering all the Brazilian community around to watch and cheer for you. Go Fled, Cat Boo. All right, everybody, join me in welcoming Fled Vervey with Freedom Planet.
Okay, we live?
Okay, go on.
Just start the run whenever. Just do 3, 2, 1, I guess, to them. You're the runner.
Okay, I'll start it on the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go, people! That's what I like to hear. Okay, so this is Freedom Planet with Lilac. I am Succinct and Punchy. This is my Lexi. Hello. And this we'll be playing through with Violet. She's kind of the main character of the game. She has a boost, which is done with the meter in the top left, sort of like a Rocket Knight game or a Rise Star or something like that. And you'll see he'll be dive kicking all over the place when he goes through the levels quickly. When you jump, you lose speed because you're in the air, so you decelerate. If you dive kick, for mysterious reasons, you don't